Hello, my name is Doris. You'd think by now I'd know my own name. And I am Little Bird Products. This is my beginning of the week, end of the week, however you look at it, video. And what I wanted to show you today is something a little simpler. It's how to make this tie scarf necklace. One of my friends had one of these on the other day, and she said how much she loved it, and she told me how much she paid for it. Oh my gosh. But hers was a bandana scarf, and that's what I started out trying to make. So I have a little tutorial here at the end to show you, and at the very end I'll show you the shirt that I made this week. It's really nice. I like it. And then I will also show you me modeling my Cantha French fold shrug that I made last week in my tutorial. I finished putting bias binding around it, and I'm sorry to say I just finished it today. It took me a whole week. It was laying there because I've been doing some destashing and cleaning up my craft room projects, and then plus my garden's getting away from me. It's been stinking hot here in Texas, and so my tomatoes are just going to town. Did I tell you they're 7 feet tall? Yeah. And my squash, poor Sasquatch, he's escaped the garden again. He was trying to get into the garden. That's what I call my heirloom squash. It's a rambunctious something or other, and it knows no bounds. It's really an amazing squash. So what I did is I trained it up and over the fence into my neighbor's yard, and she's so happy. She says she saw there's a couple little squash on it today. So she's sharing in my garden wealth, and I'll let her pick her own squash now. And pretty soon I'm going to have her get her ladder and climb up and pick the tomatoes that are at the top of the 7 foot, because I cannot reach them anymore, and I'm not getting up on a ladder. She's a lot younger, so we'll let her do that. I think that's a wise decision. And I still am consumed with whatnot. My friend Tammy and I are still doing that, and the jury's kind of still out on it for us, but so far we're still having fun. And I am going to put my necklaces for sale on Whatnot. I made a few other ones, and I'll show you in the video at the end. The ones that I made, kind of something soft, to have around your neck, not hot in this weather. And I have a whole plethora, just like I have of everything, of old watch parts, all different sizes. And so I decided to use some of those watch parts. This may look like a piece of jewelry to you, but it's part of the guts of a watch, and I kind of think it looks like a half moon shape. So I did that, and I used no glue and no jewelry findings except for these old watch parts. I used embroidery thread and upholstery thread and sewed that on here. So I had fun. I kind of enjoyed doing that, and I might make a few more, and maybe if they sell on Whatnot I might put them in the store. They, the bandana ones, which are nowhere near as nice as these cotton ones, I don't think. They were selling in boutiques for $25 to $35. So if I sell these for $15, I think that's, a pretty good price, and they're really cute. Cute. Oh, there's that word again. They're beautiful. Although beautiful because they're a little more boho chic, a little rustic, kind of like me, although I don't know about the chic word. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to take you into the tutorial for how I made this jewelry, and then show you me dancing around a little bit at the end. So have fun. I hope you've had a great week. Talk to you later.
Well, I decided to have some fun this weekend. So in the middle of trying to straighten up my craft room, of course, I decided to do another little project. I decided to make some soft necklaces. So I made this little quilted heart with a t-shirt string to hang around your neck. I created this little choker, but you could also wear it around your head, a headband, and it has a little soft, what do you call that? It's not polyester, satin black tie. So it either ties around your neck or can tie up around your head. And I really like the little butterflies. And then I made two little bird, I'm going to call them amulet, long necklaces. One has vintage ribbon, embroidered ribbon, and the other has tassels. I think those are pretty cute. And they have vintage chenille behind the little birds. So this one I've yet to finish. It's going to have a little lace tie. You can either wear it as a choker around your neck with a lace tie, or again, you can wear it as a headband. I kind of like that, and I kind of like the way that looks. Now I decided to do something different. This material is going to become a bandana, and it's going to specifically be a bandana necklace. I have seen them, and they seem to be quite popular, and I also have some vintage watch parts. And so what I'm going to do is, usually there's a jewelry piece that's right in the front that hangs on your neck. So you tie this in the back around your neck, and you twist it and tie a couple knots in it, and then you put a pendant or jewelry piece. But I'm going to try to use my vintage watch parts for that. So I'm going to take you through how I'm going to make that, and we'll learn together. I had a yard of this fabric, so I cut a piece because the original pattern, the original piece of jewelry I saw used a cotton bandana. And I read that those are about 22 inches by 22 inches, in some cases 18 by 18 and a half. So what I did is, I don't like to waste fabric. So what I did is I cut a piece that's 22 by 18. Actually, I cut 4 pieces, but I didn't cut the one piece yet. And I also cut a piece out of that pink scrap that I have, which is a vintage sheet, because I'm going to make one out of that too. So then what I'm going to do with this, because of the way the pattern goes, not the pattern, but the view that I saw, I'm assuming I fold it in like that, one side. I fold the other side in like this. I'm going to try to get it so it's relatively even like that on either side. And then what I'm going to do is fold these sides into the center and this side into the center, and then fold those together like that. And then I'm going to measure where the center is because I want to twist the whole thing. They kind of had it twisted. I'm going to put a knot in the center because that's where I'll hang the pendant or the watch part from. And then there'll be another knot here, another knot here, but the whole piece itself will be twisted to do that. And then the ends, what'll happen with those is they get tied together. And then that, you can either slip it over your head. Now for me, I kind of have a big head, and at this 22 by 18, what happens with that is that will make it so that it's a necklace. So what I'll do is tie the ends in a little knot, so then you can tie it together behind your neck. So you can adjust it a little bit. So we'll see what that looks like in just a minute here. And then I'll do the pink one, and I'll put my camera up there so that you can see me actually doing it. I've never done this before, so we'll see how it turns out. My case of old watch parts. Yes, this is all full of the guts of watches. So I need to look through these and decide what I want to put on the front of this. That would be kind of cute. And it will kind of hang down in the middle of the neck. What ended up happening with this is after I twisted it and put the knots in it, like this, and this is the centerpiece, I went to put it around my neck, and it was really too short for me to tie. So I put satin straps on it. So that what you can do with this is you can tie it around your neck as a choker, and with these satin straps, you can tie it at the length you want and have it hang down like a longer necklace. Now I am gonna do the pink one, but instead of 22 by 18, I'm gonna make it 24 by 24 and see if that extra few inches make it long enough that you can tie it after it's twisted around your neck, so that it can be just like a bandana choker. But this would be the way you would need to do it if you were just using 1 yard of fabric. Okay? And now I'm going to look through the watch parts, and it'll be surprised when you come back and see what I've tied it around my neck. I'll show you the
materials that I've used. I pulled it up a little tighter there. So if you want it to be like that, a pendant, you can make it longer just by the length you tie it. You can make it tighter so that this just comes right here in the center. And I will turn this around and show you the materials I use to attach. Again. Okay, there's the pink scarf. Okay, and that one's much longer. That one's 24 inches by 24 inches. But I decided I don't really like, I did, when I tied it in another knot here, it was still, I could tie it behind my neck, but it was still a little short and it kind of made it a choker, and I didn't want that look. So I went back to my cotton fabric and I thought, what if I just don't think about the scarf as being a bandana? Because I understand why they did it when they were making a bandana scarf for the bandana scarf I saw. I thought, why don't I just take an 8-inch strip of the whole fabric, which is 42 inches, and 8 inches. Then what I did is I put them right sides together, stitched it like you would if you're going to make a tie for something, and I also put a diagonal on the ends. Then I turned it right side out, pressed it really well, tucked the one end in that was open, pressed it. Then I top stitched all around the edges. I found the center, tied a knot, found the center of that side, tied a knot, did the same over here, and now I put this around my neck, and it's perfect because it makes a nice necklace length. If you want to tie it tighter, it could make it a choker. So this achieves what I was trying to do. Now I'm going to pick out which watch part. I think I'm going to put a large silver watch part on that, just one watch part. And on this one, I'm going to play with it, and it'll be a surprise to see what watch parts I do. There's the one that I did that's short but has the ribbon on it. Now I always could do a bandana, and if it wasn't long enough for what I wanted, I can put the ribbon around the back like I did with that one. That gives us another look. This kind of looks like a bunny rabbit for Easter. Anyway, I'm really liking this. It's lighter weight, it ties cute, and I think with that watch part on there, it's just going to make it perfect. And if you wanted it longer, what you could do is you could take these two knots out and it would make it really long. It would be a down to probably the middle of your breast length, and my daughter likes that length, so that might work for her. So anyway, we shall little
see.
Half moon. I kind of like it this way, whether it's waxing or waning moon. And this is tied in a knot in the back. And if I had a different blouse on, I'd probably make it a little looser and pull it down to be kind of a V-neck. But it's so nice, and it's lightweight, and it's cotton. I just love it. Now, I know if I were really into jewelry making, I would have had a chain or a jump loop and put that on there. But I kind of like it just like that, kind of like it is. So I am pretty proud of that. And I'm pretty proud of this. So make yourself a little necklace. You can put buttons on it. You can hang anything off of it, a little charm. Now I see some people use a silk scarf and they put, but I want everything to be sewn. You know, I don't really like to glue things anymore. Nothing that I'm going to wear very much. Now like this, I might like to wash it, because if I could wear it in the summertime, you know, might sweat on it and stuff. Well, this, you know, I can just hand wash this real easy. It's just a scarf. And then, you know, I can untie the knots in it or tie a couple more knots if I want it shorter. I kind of like that flexibility, and it's very soft around my neck. So anyway, this is me, all me, no makeup. Thanks for watching.